There you have it, guys. The double-decker, double living root bridge, a natural wonder in Meghalaya. There's another natural swimming pool with a waterfall. We're going to check it out. You see, guys, this is the single route bridge. It's much longer than the double route bridge. It's amazing. It's a natural wonder for this tree to have formed a route which spreads across such a huge distance. Probably at least 150 meters or maybe 100 meters over the river. Hey friends, we have started our trek to the longest single-decker and double-decker living route bridges in Meghalaya. It's supposed to be 3,200 steps. How it is. So there's a steep of the stairs. Climb down the hill. 3,500 steps. So we just completed 500 steps. You see the beautiful view. Another 3,000 steps to go. So the weather here in November is very, very hot and humid. It's a surprise. Okay, so we expected some cold weather, but it's hot and humid. And we are somewhere near the 700 steps, probably. Another 2,700 and odd to go. Yeah, probably somewhere around 700-800 steps. Beautiful view. See that remote village on a cliff over there? That's where we're headed. You have to go all the way down and then again up. Okay, so we finished 1,000 steps. Yeah, still going good. Extremely hot and sweaty. With these steps is that the steps are really narrow and yet steep. So we have to be very, very careful while climbing down. We have now completed 1,500 steps. Sweating like crazy. Still another I think 2,000 steps. Just took a break. Let's continue. Imagine how difficult this trail must have been if it weren't for the steps. It would have been a very, very steep climb down. So we finished 2,000 steps. So we are at a crossroads. If we go to the right, is the single-decker bridge. If we go to the left, another 1,500 steps and another hour to go, we'll go to the double-decker bridge. We decided to go to the double-decker bridge first and spend the most time there and then come back for single-decker. The single-decker bridge, the steps are a little bit more broad, easier to climb on the way to the double-decker bridge. We have right now completed around 3,000 steps. So we have gotten down one hill and we have to go up another hill. So in order to do that, we have to cross this bridge. It's a very, very narrow bridge over a stream, crystal clear water. Thick here. You see this hanging bridge over a stream, crystal clear water, but a very strong bridge. It's just a bunch of steel rods. It's just a bunch of steel rods with some steel ropes. Okay? If it shakes, hope we don't fall. Whoa! Little bit. Let them reach the other side. It's shaking. This is quite an adventure. Just a bunch of steel rods and the suspension bridge is shaking. So we crossed this bridge, you know, this amazing narrow bridge, and we are up the second hill towards the double-decker living root bridge. Again the path becomes very narrow and steep. See, we are entering a nice jungle area into the woods. The steps are a lot more broad and easy to climb. Billboard here which says under this footpath up to the river it's a sacred grove. So it's written in Kasi after that, which is the local language. So there is another river coming up and probably another bridge, and it's called Sacred Grove. There's one more suspension bridge, steel suspension bridge over a stream. We're crossing that. Once we cross that, we'll reach the double-decker bridge, double-decker living root bridge. We've finished almost 3,500 steps. Wow guys, look at the view, look at that waterfall. There's a natural swimming pool down there. We'll probably head down there later to take a swim. The waterfall is amazing. This is a much better bridge, suspension bridge. Okay.
Wow. I'll ask him to take one.
I'll drop this.
No. Take. I'll ask him to take one.
Take.
Come on,
You see another rusted single rod bridge. That was the bridge which was there earlier, and now that would have been much more scarier to cross. So look, this is one of the single root bridges. You can see the giant rubber tree and the root forming over the stream. This is the stream, and you can see the root bridge. Okay, so we can just walk over the bridge. I have to say this bridge is much stronger than the two steel suspension bridges we walked over. Nature at its best. A natural bridge over the streams. See guys, top of the cliff is where we left, and we have crossed over to the other hill into the next village, the double-decker bridge. Finally we made it to the double-decker living root bridge. You can see two layers. One layer is here. You can see the person crossing over. One more layer is down. Both the layers are formed out of the roots of a living tree, of a living rubber tree across the stream. It's quite amazing, one of a kind experience. It's right next to a natural waterfall. We're just going to go inside and check it out. This living root is much stronger than the steel suspension bridge which we went over. Really strong, really hard. You can probably carry 20-30 people without even shaking a bit. It's really amazing how nature has worked. So the tree has crossed over from that side to this side with two roots, and that has formed a firm foundation on this side, and that is the double-decker living root bridge. The root is very strong. It's amazing. It's much stronger than any steel rods or any other suspension bridges that we came across. It's a wonder of nature, one of a kind in Meghalaya. There you have it guys, the double-decker double living root bridge, a natural wonder in Meghalaya. In all, this took around 2.5 hours, 3,500 steps down and up. It was extremely hot and sweaty. We took a few breaks. You need a lot of water. You're going to lose a lot of water. You need some juice, maybe some electrol. On the way up, probably I'm going to have one. And we're going to bid adieu to the double-decker living root bridge. Crystal clear waters and fish. What an amazing natural wonder, guys. So guys, you see the top of that mountain over there? That's where we have to go back. We are going towards a natural swimming pool right next to the second steel bridge next to the double-decker living root bridge. This is supposed to be a sacred grove. The river is sacred for the local people. So we'll just dip our feet in the water for a few minutes and then come back. There's another natural swimming pool with a waterfall. We're going to check it out. We're back to the steel bridge. Just a bunch of steel rods. That's it. Whole thing shakes while we walk. Quite an experience. Smaller, natural bridge made over here. I'm going to try crossing over there instead of avoiding this one. See this bridge? Crossing over and skipping that one. But for sure this one won't work when the water level is high. You need to use the other one. But since the water level is little low, I'm going to take this one. What an amazing sight, guys. Butterflies flying around. You see, guys, this is the single route bridge. It's much longer than the double route bridge. It's amazing. It's a natural wonder how the street two have formed a route which spreads across such a huge distance. Probably at least 150 meters or maybe 100 meters over the river. This is the root of a living tree spread across this distance, forming a natural bridge. Wow! Over a river. So guys, finally we are bidding adieu to the single long route, living route bridge, natural bridge in Meghalaya. Yes, our guide just showed us a shortcut which is less steep. From the single route bridge, it's on the left. Take a left turn instead of a right. Then there's a shortcut through a school, which is less steep than the one which is back through the main route. You can see the sun setting over a mountain. We came back from that remote village you can see over there. Beautiful view. What's important is you need to keep yourself hydrated. You're going to sweat a lot. You need to drink a lot of water, a lot of juice. Take some electrol with you for essential salts and drink regularly so that you keep yourself hydrated and keep your energy up. Take some banana. It gives you instant glucose and instant energy to continue the journey. Finally made it back. 3,500 steps. I would say this trek is not for everyone. It's a high endurance trek. You sweat a lot, you lose a lot of body fluids. It's a very steep climb down, climb up. If you're physically fit and you're used to trekking, then you should go for this trek. This is somewhere in between medium and hard in terms of trekking rating. So before going for this trek, you should have practiced well and kept your body fit enough, especially around the knees. Keep yourself well hydrated. Start early. The sun sets early in the east. Start early and the sun sets around 4:30 p.m. Plan to return by 4:30 p.m. The government has made good arrangements. There are a good number of steps and railings, as well as good number of shops selling juice, water and ORS. You will need all of that and maybe a few bananas too to make it through to the trek. Okay, thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe to Urban Nomad. See you again on the next one.